Okay, Lindsay, let's go ahead and get started. Can you hear me okay? Okay. Lindsay, can you hear me okay? Okay, Lindsay, I need you to let me know when you're ready to get going. So far, you're the only student showing up, so it shouldn't take that long. Okay, Lindsay, are you ready to go?
I am.
Okay. Since you are the yeah, you are the only student that has shown up so far, so we're just gonna take it and roll. This should not take too long, just based on your past work. It shouldn't. It's really not anything out of the ordinary than what we've been doing. So
Okay.
the only difference is it'll take more time. That's the downside.
Okay.
Basically, the agenda is we're going to do an icebreaker. It's a different type of icebreaker than normal. We're going to go over the purpose of the comprehensive problem, do a quick rundown of the directions. Again, it's nothing out of the ordinary. Go over the chart of accounts, some transactions that students typically miss quarter after quarter. Um, Go over the adjusting entries that students typically miss quarter after quarter. Do a quick recap on the closing entries and how many there should be in the order in which they're done. Do the financial statements and then a quick wrap up. That's pretty much it. With only one student, it should take about half hour, 45 minutes tops. So it should not take that long. One thing I do want to mention is the comprehensive problems this week and the week 10 and 11, they're worth 30% of your final grade. So that is a huge chunk. So just to give you a heads up on that. So for the icebreaker, I had this at a conference I went to recently, and it drove me nuts trying to figure out how to answer them. So, what do you think each of these mean?
Um, well, the fairy, wolf, and duckling, maybe like, I don't know, a fairy tale type thing. I don't know.
That one is the good, the bad, and the ugly. the good fairy, the bad wolf, and the ugly duckling.
Yeah. Okay. Belt and hitting. I don't know. That sounds awful.
Hitting below the belt.
Oh. Okay. I'm really bad at these.
So am I.
Forgive, forget.
Exactly.
Awesome.
So it's just something different than the traditional, okay, answer this question type.
Yeah.
So, okay. Honest answer time. Have you actually looked at the comprehensive problems?
No.
That's the typical answer. I don't usually expect anything different. I would definitely take a look at them as soon as you can,
Okay.
just because they do take quite a while. So basically, the comprehensive problems are basically to tie up the entire quarter into a nice, neat little bow. However, the information only covers chapters 1 through 6. So there is no payroll.
Okay.
Some students are upset, some students are overjoyed. So it's really however you feel about payroll.
Actually, I like the payroll part of it.
Yes.
I think that's my favorite part.
Yeah, some students love payroll, some students just, I can't do it.
I like it a lot better than the others.
I teach payroll as well, so it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
So basically, the project basically is going to cover chapters 4, 5, and 6 when we really get into doing the journals and the ledgers. So basically, it's going to focus mainly on those 3 chapters. And so basically, you're going to have to start with a typical problem. You're given a list of transactions. You're going to have to put them into the journal, then put them into the general ledger, do the 10-column worksheet, do the adjustments, the closing entries, and then do the ending financial statements. And you're going to do that for 2 consecutive periods. So the amounts on April's post-closing trial balance you will use as May's beginning balance.
Okay.
So it's going to give you 2 whole sections. In next week's conference, which covers the May comprehensive, I do give you the amounts that April's post-closing trial balance should have. So you can check your general ledger accounts. You can check the 10-column worksheet, and you can check your financial statements to make sure you have the correct amount. So that's going to help you get some extra points, but it also sets you up for May's to give you a good start on May's.
Okay.
Because in the past, I've noticed a lot of students, if they bomb April's, they usually bomb May's because they don't have the correct numbers to start with.
Okay.
So this will ensure you have the correct numbers. So that's basically why we give you the comprehensive. It's just to help you tie everything together. So directions, basically, again, nothing new. I just give you the chapters to look at for the problems if you need any assistance. Don't forget that you can also email me if you're stuck on part of the comprehensive, and I can go into CNOW and take a look and help you figure out where you're going wrong. So that is an option a lot of students don't take advantage of. I've had some students this quarter, less than a handful, say, okay, I'm struggling here. Can you help me figure out what I'm doing wrong? Mm-hmm. So I'll just go into the assignment and see now, look at it and say, okay, this is what you're doing wrong. So definitely use me, since this is 30% of your final grade if you need it.
Okay. And all right, so I just went back and I looked for the comprehensive. Mm-hmm. Where is it? What is it in week 10?
It is in weeks 10 and 11. And in your textbook, it is right at the end of chapter 6. So it's in between chapters 6 and 7.
Okay.
So that is a quick place to look at the instructions, just to glance at it. Again, I'm not too worried based on your previous assignment scores. So, and your current grade right now. So, but if you do struggle,
I can
I'm
just
here.
copy that. Okay.
So, the chart of accounts, I know CNOW is pretty strict on using the correct titles. Just when we used to have a couple quarters ago, everything was filled out in Excel and then submitted for me to grade manually. So definitely make sure you don't lose points, that you enter in the full account name. Don't just try to enter capital and expect CNOW to count you as accurate.
Okay.
So I've had a lot of students try that, especially in the past when it was Excel. I'm like, nope, sorry. It's not capital, it's the owner's name and then capital. So something to be aware of. Again, the transactions, essentially the same. There are no surprises for April. May transactions, we're throwing in additional accounts. We're throwing in more assets, so we're going to have additional depreciation. So that chart of accounts is a lot bigger, but we're also throwing in 2 revenue accounts. So you're going to have to juggle which revenue account goes with which transaction. And then you have 1 transaction. I think we've had it once this quarter where you're dealing with wages payable and wages expense and cash in the same transaction. So it does throw a little more of a wrench in the works for next month, which is why I spend these last 2 conferences that are required for me to hold going over the comprehensive problems. So, but again, if you need me, I'm here. So the first transaction, and these are directly off the comprehensive problem. We pay rent for lodge and campgrounds for the month of April for $40,000. So which would we use?
You would do, is it cash and C?
Exactly. It's just like the mortgage payments or the rent payments we've been doing throughout the entire quarter. But a lot of students miss that one. So, and I think this is like the first or second transaction you actually have for the month. So, the next transaction, when we purchase assets, you will find that the textbook will give you a lot of information that is not needed at this point in time. For example, it's telling us we purchased 10 fishing boats for $60,000. The boats have an estimated useful lives of 5 years, at which time they will be donated to a local day camp, and arrangements were made to pay for the boats in June. So we don't, at this point in time, we don't need to know the useful life, and we don't need to know the salvage value. We would need those when we go to do the adjusting entry. So for right now, we just need to focus on the purchased 10 fishing boats on account for $60,000. So what would we use for that as the journal accounts?
It'll be under accounts payable, correct?
Yes.
That'll be 1, and then the fishing, would it be C or would it be actually B because it just says boat?
It would be C because in the chart of accounts, it's listed as fishing boats.
Okay.
So this is where it helps sometimes to have the textbook out and flipping back in pages or having pages marked so you can see, okay, the chart of accounts says this account.
Okay.
So this, again, common transaction we've had. We purchased food supplies from Acme Market for on account for $7,000.
Purchase food supplies. So it'd be food supplies expense. Or no?
No,
C.
it would be C. We'd only use food supplies expense at the end of the month when we're adjusting the account.
Okay.
So for now, it's just food supplies. It's kind of like when we purchase office supplies or any other asset for the business.
Okay.
So again, common mistake. Now we've had multiple accounts like this, transactions like this one. We're paying Acme Supermarket on account. So we're paying the grocery store what we owe them. So we're paying $32,700.
D.
Exactly. Cash and accounts payable. So any questions so far?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Again, feel free to email me, text me.
I'm taking pictures of all of this. So
Okay. I haven't had a student do that before. So the adjusting entries for this account or for this class, we're basically using the straight line. So the appendix at the end of chapter 5 goes over the different formulas, but this one is the easiest. So basically it's the purchase price, what we bought it for, minus what we think we're going to get out of it when we're done with it. And that gives us our book value. Then we have our book value divided by how long we think we can use it. And that's going to give us the depreciation for 1 year. And then for the purpose of these two problems, we need to figure out the monthly depreciation. So we're going to have to divide by 12.
Okay.
So a lot of students forget that on these problems. I know we had one problem earlier in the quarter where a student was meeting with a tutor and they both could not figure out why their answers were not coming up right. But it was because on that problem, the problem actually asked for annual instead of monthly. So, but this is definitely monthly. Definitely take that. So here is the rest of the information from the previous transaction we looked at. So we have purchase price of $60,000. It says when it says they're going to be donated, it means there's no salvage value.
Okay.
And then the useful lives, so that tells us how long we're going to use it. So that is everything we would need for the formula to calculate depreciation. So, and here I just broke it down to make it easier to look at. So if we have our 60,000, still have not mastered writing with a pen. Well, I have a Mac, and so I have a trackpad instead of a mouse, so it's kind of more ambiguous of where I actually put anything. So there's the 60,000 minus the salvage value. And then if we divide it by 5, luckily the book gives you easy math. Divide it by 5. That is going to give us an annual depreciation of $12,000. So what would our monthly depreciation be?
Okay. And going back. So would you take the 12,000 divided by 12?
Exactly.
Okay. I need a calculator for that. I don't even know. I'm like, I have pregnancy brain. I'm sorry. That's 1,000. Duh, Lindsay.
Yeah, that's okay. I have puppy brain. He kept me up a lot last night. I'm not used to sleeping with a dog because none of our other dogs will sleep with me.
Oh, goodness.
But he sleeps with me, and he's already about 20 pounds, and he's 12 weeks old. So
what kind of dog is it?
he's a Great Bernese.
Oh,
His mom's a Great Pyrenees and his dad is a Bernese Mountain Dog.
how cool. That thing's going to be huge.
Yes, he is. When I'm in a powered wheelchair due to a chronic pain condition, and my goal is I can get the pain down level enough. When he's bigger, he can help me start walking again.
Oh, I hope so. That'd be awesome.
So that's the goal, but he's also going to help pick things up for me when I drop them or when I go to the grocery store, get things off the shelves.
So is he already registered to be a therapy dog?
He was assessed for a service dog and he starts classes September 15th.
Oh, awesome.
So I'm excited. I'm not sure he is yet because he's already in training. I've already been working on commands with him. So
he'll get there.
Yeah, we mastered sit in a week, so I'm not too worried.
Oh.
So yeah, he was whining, so I'm like, come take the puppy. He tries to climb in my lap in my wheelchair. I'm like, no, you can't do that.
Just wait. He's probably going to be like a Great Dane where they think they're lap dogs, but they're these huge, big babies.
Yeah, he's going to be, his dad was huge. He's going to be about between 100 and 120 pounds.
Oh my goodness.
Full grown. So
that's a big dog.
He is. He's adorable. He's a big cuddle bunny right now. So he's crazy. But that's okay. He's a puppy.
Yeah.
He's allowed to be.
He'll be like that for a couple of years. I don't know. Maybe with all of the training, it might calm him down.
Yeah, it should. He should be certified by the time he's fully certified as a service dog by the time he's 2.
Oh, good.
But along the road, the trainer we're using is down in Indianapolis, and all they do is train service dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And so after each step of the way, he'll get another certification added on.
Oh,
so
nice.
By the time he's done, he'll have like 4 or 5 certifications. So
very cool.
It's going to be tiresome, but that's okay. He's
adorable.
We took him to PetSmart, and somebody's like, "Is he a Saint Bernard?" We're like, "No," because he has his facial markings are Saint Bernard.
I love Saint Bernards.
Yes, I asked my mom, "Can we have one?" She's like, "No, no, they drool too much."
They do,
but
they're just too cute.
They are. My niece has all the Beethoven movies because she loves them.
That used to be one of my favorites.
Things I do. Okay. On the adjusting entries, don't forget that the book likes to switch it up between telling us what the adjusted balance should be and what the adjustment amount should be. So the book does switch that on us. So just to help kind of clear anything out. So if it says office supplies remaining on hand, is that the amount that's left at the end of the month or the amount that we're going to adjust for?
B?
Exactly. Okay. No, I'm sorry. I misread that.
No, it's A?
Yep. Remaining is the key word here.
Okay.
So it says remaining on hand, which means we still have that. So that amount is automatically going to go into the adjusted trial balance.
Okay.
So I looked at my note. I looked at the wrong one on my notes. Food supplies remaining on hand.
So again, that would be A?
Exactly. Insurance expired during the month of April.
And that would be adjusted.
Exactly. It's one word or 2 words can throw the entire meaning of the adjusting entries off. So I would highly recommend you read these when the kids are asleep.
Okay.
And you're not too tired or the baby's not kicking. Because that might distract you completely. So when are you due?
November 21st.
Oh.
The day before Thanksgiving.
Well, at least he or she.
Boy.
At least he would be here for a first Christmas.
Yeah. Yep.
So
And I get a full winter break with my children. And
and a
so,
new baby.
and a new baby. Yeah. That'll be interesting.
Ooh, and I
I
thought
might be pulling my hair out.
I was worried about a Christmas tree with a puppy. I think you have me beat.
Well, I have a 2-year-old who's like a puppy.
Yes.
So she last year, when she was 1, she wanted to pull everything down and any presents around the tree. It was like, that's mine. That's mine. So it's going to be interesting this year now that she is even more stingy with her
Yes.
things and everything is hers. So,
Yes, but she's the youngest right now, so she's allowed to be.
yes, very true.
I'm the youngest, so yeah.
I'm an only child. I have never known what it's like to have siblings. So it's neat to see my kids grow up together and how they act with one another.
Yeah, I've already told my niece put the Disney ornament at the top of the tree where the puppy can't reach.
Yeah, there you go. You don't want those broke.
No, because every time we go to Disney, we always visit they have a Christmas shop that's open year round.
Uh-huh. I
So we
love this.
always visit that and always pick up more ornaments.
It's my favorite place to be. We go every year.
Oh, I would love to go every year.
I
We go
love
every
it.
I've been 5 times so far.
Yeah, we've been the past 3 years. So we started going when my son was 3. And we've gone every year since. This year we're not going. We usually go. The first time we went was in June.
Oh,
Um,
humidity.
and it was awful.
Yeah.
But we've been going around Christmas time.
Yeah, I like before Christmas. The first time we took my niece when she was 12 after that was a couple years after my sister passed, and so we took her and we went at Christmas time and I'm like never again. That is so crowded.
Oh yeah, it was bad. It was really crowded because we left the day of we left Christmas Day night and drove down and we got there. We went to Disney the 27th, and that was bad. That was very, very crowded. And so we've been going around November, October time.
Yeah, we went last year. We went at the beginning of November. We went around where they have the in Epcot where they have the taste, where you can have all the taste of the countries and everything.
Yeah, I've never
That
been to Epcot. We always go just to the Magic Kingdom. Now, when I was growing up, we went to like Hollywood Studios
yeah.
and Animal Kingdom, those places, and Magic Kingdom. But since my kids we haven't gone to those other places yet because they're just too young.
Yeah, we try to hit all the parks and then we hit downtown Disney for the
Yeah.
shopping. But yeah, when we took my niece for the first time, it was standing outside Animal Kingdom was Rafiki and Chip and Dale and a couple other characters, and so it was
Oh,
great.
fun.
So, but yeah, last time we were able to take my dad a year before he passed, so that was great because it was his favorite vacation spot. And so, but yeah, I try to get us
Aw.
back every couple of years.
Yeah, it's a great place to be. I don't know what it is about Disney, but it just makes me so happy. My husband makes fun of me because I'm a Disney freak. I could sit there and watch Disney movies all the
Yes.
time. He's like, Lindsay, you are insane. I'm like, I can't help it.
Yes, but you have kids now, so that's the excuse.
Yeah, exactly.
Blame the kids. Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. So, closing entries. How many should we have?
oh, well, that last one was it B?
Yes,
Okay.
because it says expired.
Okay. Okay.
There was an acronym in the book that we were given to help us remember.
I don't remember. And then how many closing entries should we have?
Yes.
I don't know that one.
Okay, we should have 4.
Okay.
So here is the acronym we were given that's going to help us remember. So we're going to first close our revenue accounts, then our expenses, then income summary, and then finally drawing.
Okay.
And so that's the order they're going to be listed on the general journal as well.
Okay.
So any questions on any of that so far? We are actually almost done.
Nope, I don't think so.
Okay. Financial statements. Do not use the financial statements out of chapter 4.
Okay.
Definitely look at the ones in chapters 5 and 6. And the best one is the demonstration problem on pages 197 to 199. So with CNOW, it actually gives you the formatting, but the demonstration problem will help you see where the numbers are actually coming from.
Okay.
So, but I mean, they're basically the same format we've been doing the entire quarter. The income statement and the statement of owner's equity has not changed at all. So
Okay.
those are fairly straightforward. The difference is on the balance sheet. You're going to definitely look at the one from chapter 6 for the balance sheet, because that's going to break down assets and property, plant, and equipment.
Okay.
So all of your transactions, all of your accounts with depreciation, they're going to be listed in property, plant, and equipment. So in April's, it's going to be the fishing boats.
Okay.
So instead of delivery equipment, it would be fishing boats and then less accumulated depreciation.
Okay.
And so that's really the only main change on the balance sheet. And then it's also not the 4 columns that we've had up until chapter 6. So everything is going to be listed in 3 columns. So you have 1 for the account names, then you have the 2 for the balances. So
Okay.
again, if you need me, let me know.
Okay.
And then the wrap up is the only thing we have left. If you haven't started, at least look at it as soon as possible. Out of both my classes that I teach, I have 2 students that are finished with it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I'm not sure how one did it. Single mom of boys and works.
Yeah.
I have no idea how she did it, but hey.
Well, you like with me, my husband works night shift and my children, so I'm kind of like a single mom in a way.
Yeah.
And I do my homework after I put my kids to bed at like 8:30.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I always did mine in the morning before everybody got up.
Oh, see, I can't do that because I have to be to work at 8 and we already get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to get ready for school and work.
Yeah, I'm not an early bird anymore. I'm done with school. I'm done with school. I usually sleep until about 7, but my chronic pain condition is considered severe.
Oh.
So I work from home. So I usually just, when I get it done, I get it done. So I just work around the pain levels. So lucky me.
No, not lucky you. I would say lucky you if you weren't in pain.
You get used to it.
I don't think I would. I'm a big baby when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Again, if you get stuck, let me know on it.
Okay.
If you just need me or want me to double check your work, let me know before you hit the submit button.
Okay.
Next week's conferences are the same time as this week. So it's Monday, Thursday, Saturday at 6 p.m.
Okay.
We'll go over more of the transactions and more of the adjusting entries. And again, May's comprehensive is somewhat more problematic. And then that's pretty much it. I will email you the passcode for the after conference assignment. Since you're a Disney junkie like myself, you will love the passcode.
Oh, yay. Okay.
So that's basically all I had.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
you're welcome. Have an enjoyable evening. Hopefully you can get some quiet time.
Yeah, hopefully. Right now, my husband has our daughter out at the store so I could do this conference call. So he bribed her with popsicles.
Hey, that works.
Yeah,
Bribery always works with kids.
it does. Well, thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
I'll let you know if I need any help with that, and I'll start working on it this week.
Okay. Have a good evening.
You too. Bye.
Bye.